Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, government and the private sector are working constructively to tackle acid mine drainage in the Wits basin. South Africa's rejected mine water plan deprived 7,000 people of jobs, and mine mechanization that's linked to local equipment retains jobs. Although acid mine drainage in the Witwatersrand Basin is the result of a legacy of environmental mismanagement of water resources by mines and lax enforcement of regulations by government, these role players are working to constructively address this problem.
I think what we're dealing with now is acid mine drainage, and it's a reactive approach. In other words, you're dealing with legacy issues, and it was because of many reasons that, it wasn't addressed in the past. So now we're sitting with a legacy. You have to pump out acid mine drainage, and you have to treat the water at a cost. And you don't have mines because the mines have, they've either depleted the resources and they disappeared from the scene. What I mean with mine water management is a much more proactive approach that we have to follow. So you have to look at new mining activities. If you look at the Vaal River system and even the Olifants River system, there are many new mines, upcoming mines. And they're coming up like mushrooms. And if you don't deal with them like from day one, when they apply for mining rights from the Department of Mineral Resources, and you deal with the mine or the water issues, you're going to sit with exactly the same challenge that we are sitting now because of what happened in the past. And that's the idea, to deal with mine water, because if you deal with mine water, you also include areas where there's not acid mine drainage but more saline water. Acid mine drainage is a term that we use for water with a very low pH. But you also have areas like in the Waterberg where you're not really going to have acid mine drainage, but you still have mine water that you have to deal with. And it's got a lot of salinity, which is salts. And you have to get rid of it before you can use it for whatever purpose. So the idea is to rather start from the word go and deal with the mining companies as they start their processes.
The rejection of a still workable mine water and slimes dam plan at the stricken Grootvlei gold mine on Gauteng's East Rand deprived 7,000 squatter camp dwellers of employment and set the mine on its downward trajectory.
We also went to make sure that the solutions which now could be used for agricultural use had some useful, real, practical use. We went to Pretoria University and discussed it with the agricultural people. We went to the co-op, the East Rand co-op, and discussed it with them. And we discussed it with a lot of, specialist agricultural people, and they said no problem, particularly if you use a drip irrigation technique. And the amount of water involved was something of the order. It would have given jobs to about 7,000, 8,000 people in the squatter camp just outside Grootvlei. So we thought this was a winner. And we went off and we put in the proposal, and then they said it's been turned down. So we went to see the Department of Water Affairs, and we interviewed the man in charge. And effectively he said to us, over my dead body, will any water be used for agriculture until everybody in the country has got proper domestic water supply.
Resource development strategist Dr. Paul Jordan has called for the local manufacture of mechanized mining equipment to neutralize job losses during the switch to machines.
Mechanization massively increases the quality of work in mines. Fully mechanized platinum, which is at about 200,000 workers, could end up with only 100,000. And we say, no, we need jobs. But the fin showed it could be job neutral, except the jobs are now in the factories. They're not NUM jobs or AMCU jobs now, they're NUMSA jobs. So mechanization could be job neutral. That's important for us, provided the capital goods are manufactured locally. And there we have a big problem. Our mining companies are developing with foreign companies. These jobs, when we mechanize, will leak. They're not developing our OEMs. We need to say, these are our minerals. You'll develop in-house, in-country.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged onto miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.